Hello, dear one, and greetings from Mediterranean Egypt. Welcome to this channel, welcome to this video. Whether you are in the midst of intense transformations or whether you feel it's time for something else, welcome. Whether you are encountering yourself or whether you are in the maybe the most confusing period of your existence, of your lifetimes here on earth at least, welcome. And welcome also if you feel it is time to go beyond, if it's time to break some of the barriers. And if you're already doing it, cheers to you and welcome also. Today's video, when I felt into the title, the most appropriate thing that came was, it is time to die. Not not anymore with the question mark, like it was up until some time ago, but it is time. Even yesterday I had a wonderful session with a friend of mine, a one-to-one session, and the energy was very clear. The first, from the first moments, the question came, and it was very simple. Why are you here? But it's not about giving a generic answer, or yes, there will be many answers, but it's about feeling the answer for yourself, not what others say, not what you read from the books, not what you told yourself in the past, but what do you feel when you ask yourself, why am I here? And of course, like I was saying, there will be many answers because there are different parts of you that will answer. But in all these parts, in all these voices, in all these perspectives, I invite you to listen to your heart, listen to your wisdom, listen to the deepest part of you, the part that doesn't want to overwhelm anything, doesn't want anything, doesn't want to battle the other parts. It's just a smooth invitation of wisdom, love, and clarity. The most wonderful thing is that once you start listening to that voice, and of course after that, if you choose to jump into that voice, everything starts to change. Outside also at one point, but everything starts to change on the inside. Because once you start listening to the deepest part of you, well, different energies start to come, different potentials start to come, different experiences start to come. And today's video, I want to talk about energy dynamics, what's going on at a personal level and what's going on at a bigger scale. So let's just dive into it. It is time to die. How can I say this without inducing the my answer to that question? Why are you here? If the answer is to fully dive into yourself, if it's time for that, well then it is time to let go. It is time to grow up, it is time to take responsibility, but not like it was in the past. I don't know about you, but me, for instance, I had a lot of control, a lot of duality, taking responsibility versus not taking responsibility, that old dualistic dynamic. It's beyond that. When you are true to yourself, when you feel that love and what it is inviting you, it goes beyond duality. It goes beyond doing the right thing or the wrong thing or anything. It's just an invitation to a smooth flow, to a smooth synchronicity. The challenge is that it will bring up everything. That's what enlightenment and first first awakening, that's what it does. It brings up everything. But I am amazed, honestly, I am amazed at how much programming and so much condition is in everything about human life. I've been exploring a lot, especially in this lifetime, the dynamics in relationships. I was seeking resolution, and of course there was not that much clarity or awareness, especially in the beginning. So I did it like everybody does, first going into them, banging my head like crazy, uh, playing them out, living out their story. In now I see that it was in an attempt to seek resolution. And I did have resolutions along the way, but it was with a lot of drama and a lot of feeding and a lot of suffering. But at one point it started to change. And especially at the end of the last year, amazing potentials started to be available at a large scale. Potentials for huge clarity, potentials for great change, easy change. But it's there waiting for each and every person, to choose themselves, to choose a different way. And another very important energy dynamic is that it's not going to be more than what you think. A few years ago, and I love to feel into this, and I invite you to feel into this. There are some words, but feel into it. A few years ago, in one of my sessions, there was a beautiful metaphor. Well, not metaphor, actually, it's more of a clarity. So you have the human journey, here, with all the human experiences, all the human expectations, all the human dreams and everything. And here you have realization or enlightenment or the full love of self. But it's not part of the human colors. It's not part of the human linear experience, and it cannot be. It would be sad if it was like that. And it's amazing to feel into it and step back, not just one step, 10 steps, 100 steps, and feel into it. It's not about studying. It's not about more than what your lifetimes studied or what you did in this lifetime. That would be very sad if it was just a progression of what you did as a human. It's not more of, and okay, this is another energy dynamic. Why are you here? Some of the answers will be to enjoy life, to live life, live in abundance, to live in a healthy body, to have amazing relationships. But if you detach yourself emotionally, if you detach yourself from the mind, from the thoughts, from everything, and feel where are these answers coming from, and many times they are coming from stories and what aspects and unresolved stories think life should be. But I also invite you right here, right now, to feel maybe it's not a linear progression, like the human journey. Maybe it's not about that. Maybe what's here waiting for you is totally outside of that human experience. It will meld, it will blend, but you'll not be the same. You'll not be the linear progression of your past. That would be sad. This is the only word that can come. That would be sad, because the human experience is very beautiful, but it's also filled with a lot of feeding, a lot of drama, a lot of suffering. So why have more of that? Why have more of the guilt? Oh, another beautiful energy dynamic that comes up, especially in this period. Well, in many periods, but especially this period, and the clarity of it, guilt. how much of the actions that you are doing, how much of your life actually is because of guilt. And part of the frustration, part of the confusion, and part of the suffering is because part of you wants freedom, and many parts of you don't want that. And you believe they are parts of you, and then you make them your story. The beautiful thing is that in awakening, you can't hold on to anything. So sooner or later, you will have to let it go, whether it's from joy and allowing or being ripped apart. You will still have to let it go because it's fake. It's so fake. Every condition, I'm here to save others. I'm here to live the best life. What's the best life? The stories that you hear in your head or hear at others, that's not the best life. That's just more of the same, isn't it? But the beautiful thing is that there are many mechanisms of self-balance, and so even if you think you want some things and they're not appropriate, they will be dissolved, they will be taken away sooner or later. There's time, no problem. But feel into it. I'm here to remind you that if you truly want yourself, you will go out of your linear progression. You have to. You can't hold on to your own patterns. You can't hold on to your old identity. You can't hold on to family. You can't hold on to addictions. I know the beauty, I know the fun, I know the interesting part, but you can't hold on to them. Because most of them, if not all of them, come from guilt. There are stories full of, not full, but ultimately there are aspects, and aspects are dissociated parts of the soul. Something happened to them. So even if you think that's what you want, feel into it, where does it come from? For example, I'm here to, in a relationship, to have sex, to enjoy making love or whatever. But how much is that relaxed and flowing, and how much is there because of programming from old aspects and old wounds? I'm. This is very interesting because I explored this a lot until it finally started to dissolve. It doesn't have to be in any way. So much control, so many conditions put on ourselves and other people, especially in intimate relationships. You have to be there for me. Why? I understand it's beautiful, but when it has to be, it's a condition, and it comes from some form of guilt. It comes from some kind of a wound, a pain, a trauma. The easiest one that comes on top of my head is the separation with self. I'm not here, so you have to be there for me. But playing the same game will have the same energy dynamics, the same experience over and over and over again. And in awakening, that cannot happen anymore. And so you will feel lonely and betrayed and everything, which is fine because it will lead you to yourself. But there's so much suffering in all the story, and it doesn't have to be. Why are you here? When you feel into it, I'm here to receive myself. I'm here to go beyond my story. I'm here to go beyond my identity. I'm here to go beyond my wounds and unresolved issues and needs and everything. And then when you allow yourself to come, when you allow yourself to receive yourself, it all makes sense. But it cannot make sense in the old human journey. because again, it's not supposed to be more of that. It's something else. And after the question, why are you here, comes the question, how serious are you about it? Because I met amazing beings that have all the clarity in the multiverse, in all of creation, and they choose to still play with wounded parts of themselves, which is okay. Of course, I played a lot, no problem. I even postponed my encountering with myself for some time, so I understand. But as long as you choose the past, as long as you choose all the experiences, old wounds, all the energy dynamics, you can't expect that much of a change in your life. It will be a slow and many times frustrating and suffering progression and evolution, but no real leaps. Because, of course, that's what you truly want, no? Why would it be anything else than what you truly want? And what you truly want can be a combination between thoughts, heart, and actions. And a few more dynamics, but let's stick to these. What you think and what you feel and what you do, is it the same, or are you playing also hide and seek with yourself? Another beautiful energy dynamic that I did so much with myself. Not so much, but so much. You think you want something, you feel what it's ripe, you feel what is appropriate, but you might want something else from the head. And the ultimate decision, let's say, what are your actions leading you to? Where are they taking you? Through your actions, do you choose to feed old stories? It's okay. Again, no shame, no guilt, no anything. But isn't it amazing how we choose in so many ways and then play hide and seek with ourselves? Why isn't change coming? Well, you behave the same, you think the same, you change only a little bit of this of yourself, you allow only a little bit of change, and then it's madness. It's honestly, it's madness. How can change come if you push it away? It doesn't make any sense. Again, I'm speaking from personal experience and the people around me and my friends and everything that I encountered. It's beautiful. It's beautiful because we have all the freedom, and it is time. You know, the planet is changing, everything is changing. It is time. In Romanian, we have a saying, you either go to the ball or to the hospital. It is time. Everything is amplifying. All the unresolved issues are screaming to be addressed. All the compromises are screaming and amplifying. They need to be addressed. And I would say that addressed starts to mean letting go, because the planet is changing. In the past, a few years ago, we had the freedom, maybe I want change, maybe not, it's okay. The planet was still confused, it wasn't that clear, but now it's amplifying like crazy. Now you either get on board or drown under with the wave. Either you surf or are gasping for air. And it's beautiful because it is time. Some of you have been working at this for many lifetimes. There's this clear part of you that it had enough of distractions, it had enough of compromises. It is time. Let's not waste it. And we create situations to push ourselves. We create everything that we need to lead ourselves there, because we chose it. Once you choose, I choose myself and I choose my freedom and I choose to be who I really am and to be all that I am. That sets off in motion. It attracts energies for release, for resolution, for a lot of new dynamics. And so even if you want to hang on to old stories, they will explode in your face eventually if you don't want to let them go in grace and ease. But it can be easy. Maybe this is the most important part of this video. It can be easy. If you detach yourself emotionally, if you detach yourself mentally, and you will listen to your heart, it's all there. All the clarity, all the easiness, all the grace. Just have to die. All parts of you have to die. All the stories have to die. The human identity has to die. Old human habits, old human values, old human hates, old human everything has to die. Because enlightenment is not of the human. Then you get to enjoy the human, but it's very different. It's very, very, very different. Whatever happens, it's easy to, even if you get into some games or some aspects that you might still have, it's so easy to get out of them. Because you're clear, because you stepped into your grand potentials. And the more you let go, the easier it becomes, and everything is taking you to the deeper part of you. But it's a whole different way of living. It's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different perspective. It's a whole different feeling. Are you willing to allow that? Are you willing to get out of your own way and just allow the soul to take you to where it's time to be? Allow her to come and love you and caress you and show you what it truly means to be free. That means letting go. That means letting go of absolutely every little part of you. Letting go of others, of course, but if you really feel into it, others are just parts of you. Old parts of you. They were mirroring old parts of you, and you are interacting with them from old parts of you. So how much is it actually letting them go, and how much is it actually letting you go? And then stepping into more of who you truly are, and then having new relationships. Same people, but you're not the same. And because you're not the same, they will not be the same. It adds a whole different flavor with all energy is mine. And all your energy is yours. Everything that you see is yours and is mirroring you. There's so much depth to everything. There's so much sacredness to everything. Of course, I had this discussion. How can I see so much sacredness in just staying in the same house with someone and not interacting, not necessarily doing anything? Because there is so much sacredness, but it is ignored when the people in the house identify with aspects of need and feeding and limitations. And again, it's not wrong or bad, it's just a different experience. But when you go into all that you are, when you allow yourself to step into deeper and grander potentials of yourself, then you see every little bit is sacred. Even if you fight with someone, then you see it's just parts of you seeking resolution and parts of the other person, which many times it's you from the past or the future, also seeking resolution. So it's not good or bad. But because you have that awareness, there's also the potential to do things differently. The potential, very important. Waiting for all the people involved to access it or not. At the end of the day, you are responsible only for yourself. But when you allow, you realize you are where you need to be, you realize you are exactly at the right place, right time with yourself. And again, that's why I know I'm here. To be with myself, to receive myself, to love myself, and from that, to see what life has to offer. There are still periods, and up until recently, there were periods of intense releasing. It wasn't the time for I don't know what relationships. It wasn't the time for I don't know what my old self was thinking about enjoying life, but it was time for exactly that. You know, I have the video about the whiny human. When we go beyond, when you allow yourself to go beyond the whiny human, why this, why that, why not this, why not that, then you see the perfection, and then you get into the easiness. The human will always comment, of course, but who are you? Who do you choose to be? Still the human? Still the guilty human? Still the suffering human? Or are you ready to feel in your heart so much easiness when you realize that I am, that I am? I'm nobody's son, nobody's daughter. I'm not related to anyone. There is no relationships. It's just a beautiful illusion of it, of the experience. It's just an agreement to play some roles with some other beings. They are important because we give them importance. They are valuable because we give them value. That's it. Of course, it can be beautiful, but when you're lost in it, it's a whole different soup, and not the best kind. So observe, dear friend, what are you truly choosing in your life? And if you feel in your heart, is it time to go beyond? Because it is that easy. Do you choose yourself no matter what? Do you step into yourself, mind, heart, and actions? Is everything reflecting that? Yes, there are all kinds of things that will come up, like fears and doubts and resistance and everything. So what? Is it time to allow, to open all your hearts to yourself no matter what? Whatever happens, even if that means terminating everything around you, that even if it means changing everything around you and within you, are you loving enough? Do you choose to be loving enough, and then thinking and then acting upon it? Is it time? It will make all the difference. It will bring all the new potentials. It will bring all the new grace and ease. It will bring easy clarity. It will bring everything. Imagine just allowing, no more control, no more thinking it has to be in a certain way, and especially no more guilt and judgment of yourself. No more acting from guilt. How about that? No more doing things because you have to. You don't have to do absolutely anything. You really don't. Feel into this. I know that there are many voices, at least with some of you, that tell you, I have to do that. There is no other way. There are at least 5 other ways. But you won't see them as long as you still choose to be a limited human. There is so much more to life. There are so many different ways of doing things. I was talking with a friend last night. Yes, even if you have kids and you have to take care of them, I would beg to differ. You can be there as a limited human living out maybe a suffocating life that you have to be there and provide, or you can be in presence and allow the presence to take care of everything. But you taking care of yourself, you stepping into all that you are and seeing how amazing everything just is taken care of in the flow. But you loving yourself, you receiving yourself, you going beyond your own games, because that's what it is. Everybody is in their own bubble, sometimes many times, almost all the time, crazy bubble, living out their stories. Of course, these stories seeking resolution, but many times playing them out. And with a lot of suffering. And it doesn't have to be. It really, really doesn't have to be. I invite you to take a very deep breath. I feel that many things have been startled, many things are coming up to the surface with many of you. So I invite you to go be with yourself, breathe with yourself, feel into your true self. And if you're ready, jump. I am in love with me, exploring new potentials, exploring new ways of doing things, and from my joy, sharing them. I am Master B.